Hey everyone, welcome to today's webinar. I'm just going to check that you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, do you want to type into the questions section on the control panel, and then we'll get started. Cool. All right. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to actually record this webinar so that if you need to, you will have access to it afterwards, and you can follow up on the information that's presented in the webinar. So if you do have any questions throughout today's webinar, let me know. I probably just only want to go for about half an hour, and what I want to do is I also want to build on each of these webinars and create a series. So let's have a look. So this is going to be the agenda that we'll be working through. We're going to look at setting up your business. I'm going to take you on a tour of the VOW site so that you're aware of all the information that's available to you. We'll also look at VOW Loan Protect, how you get accredited and how you actually create quotes in Symmetry. We'll then look at VOW Home Loans, again the accreditation process and making sure that you all have the scenarios template. We're going to have a look at some of the compliance, do some training, make sure you attend any sessions that are coming up in your area, show you where there's access to webinars that have been conducted before, and then we're also going to look at what the audit process is and what you need to make sure that you have in place. After that, we're going to have a look at VEDA, so how to apply for your VEDA access, and then how you set it up in Symmetry, and then what you need to do to use it. Going to have a look at some subscriptions that you guys should be making sure that you're signed up to, so that you've got information that gets emailed to you daily that's industry specific, and it just helps to build your knowledge. Apart from that, you can also use those sorts of activities to claim as CPD points, which you must have 30 CPD points a year, so that you can maintain your MFAA or FBAA subscription. We're going to look at doing some Symmetry training, so just making sure that you guys are fully aware of how to use the system to its best capacity. I'm going to show you where you can find the VOW app, which is a great app to have that you can have on your phone, that's got access to some really cool calculators that you can do some preliminary calculations with if you are out doing interviews with your clients. Making sure that we've got all our lender BDMs up to date and we're in regular contact with them, and then we're going to jump into the mortgage sales process. So let's get started on the next slide. So in regards to your business, most of you would have your business name and your business email already set up. Certainly it's something that you want to obviously start and get organised as you've set up. And after that, what you can do then is you can start to look at building things like a logo and a website. So with your logo, there are online services that are available to you. One's called Fiverr and the other's called Freelancer. That's also a site that you can have your website created with as well. But obviously before you get your website built, you need to register your domain name and buy some web hosting as well, and that will be a monthly fee to hire to have your site hosted. So what I want to do is just jump over and show you what those sites are. So the first one that I was talking about is called Fiverr. So it's Fiverr.com, and this is a great site that you can actually get some stuff done relatively cheaply and all in the one space. So if you wanted to get your logo made, you can actually just type into the search field at the top, and once it does its search, it's going to return some options that are available for you, and then you can basically work your way through that and get in contact with the designer, and they can build you a logo as well. Obviously, you'd look for something that you might think looks good. Same thing goes for your website. So once you've got your logo built, you might look at the website, or you might get them done as a package. And again, just working your way through to make sure that you find the best designer for your job. As I said, obviously we want to make sure that we have registered a domain name. There is a site that's available called GoDaddy. And if you click on GoDaddy, what you can do is when that site loads up is just see whether or not your site name is available. If not, you might have to just do some searching on like-minded sites. So if I did say Flint Financial, and then once it's done a search, it's going to come back and let you know whether that site name is available. So obviously Flint Financial is not available, but as you can see there, Flint Financial Group is available, and that's $3.99. So all you need to do is select that, go through, enter your card details, and you can actually get your site up and running as well. For your web hosting, you can do it through GoDaddy as well. If you click on hosting, you'll be able to go through and find out more information on how much the costs are. Generally, you can pay up front for like a year, and you can get it cheaper than just paying month by month. Obviously, you want to do it so you can kind of like set it and forget it, and that's probably like one of the obviously the most important things that you need to do to have your site hosted. The other thing that you should do as well is to register your business name and location through Google and other online directory sites. So I have another slide that I can have a listing of all those sites, but let's see if I could jump in and show it to you. Again, this is something that if you're interested in, I really think that you should, is following up and getting this list from me. So I think it's here. Okay, there we go. So there's basically a list of places that I would make sure that you add your business name to. Obviously, the first one is the most important, and that's through Google. And what that does is that means that when you search for your company, your location and stuff will show up. So if I just jump back into Google, for instance, and I wonder if it's done it. Yeah, so this is what happens. So once you search for your business name, over here on the right hand side is where your business name will show up when people do a Google search. And obviously that's going to allow you to promote your brand and give you a bit more credibility in the online space, as people are able to find your business name, and obviously your contact details, very importantly, listed there as well. Facebook business page. So these are free to set up. There's lots of, when I say lots of free online services, so if you aren't 100% confident with actually setting up your Facebook business page, what you can do is you can actually Google through YouTube, and you'll be able to find a quick video of how to actually set it up. I'm more than happy to help you as well, so just let me know if that's something that you want to pursue. And what I suggest for your Facebook business page is you really want to jump on there and put information on there every few days. Obviously, you know, what you're trying to do is attract eyeballs onto your Facebook business page, and the only way that you can do that is by making sure that you're a regular contributor to your page. So what are some of the things that you might put on your page? What I would do is later on in this presentation, I've actually got recommendations for you guys for subscription services. So some of the industry information sites have lots of different news articles that are relevant to the industry, and it's obviously this information that you could be using. So whether or not you post a link to the article, or you might want to kind of just maybe do a little few sentences to summarize the article, and then you could link out to it as well. And as I said, this is just going to allow you to you know, remain relevant and start to build your brand, and also you know, start to let people know that you're sharing information about the mortgage industry, so you're positioning yourself as a bit of an expert as well in this industry. And finally, what I also suggest is that you have an updated and you post regularly on your LinkedIn, and what you want to do is you also want to connect with people in the industry or who would like to become referral partners. So you really want to build your list of people that are connected to you, so that anything that you do post is obviously received by them. The other thing to note is back on the Facebook business page, when you've got your Facebook business page, you also want to make sure that you're sharing whatever you've posted on your Facebook page through your personal site as well. And what that does is that's going to share it out to all your connections, and then they're able to then go on and like your page. And then by them liking your page, it means that their friends and their family is going to be able to see your posts as well. And again, it's all about building an audience and finding obviously more people that can find you. You have a better chance if you're looking for new businesses and referrals. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do was just take you on a bit of a search, a bit of a tour of the VOW Broker site. So I don't know if all of you have had a look at the VOW site and know all the information that's there. It is full of information that's really relevant for you guys. Hopefully most of you would have received your login details, and I'll jump over and we'll have a look at the live page as well. Okay, so once you've gone onto the site, if you click on if you log in and then click broker site, you will have full access to the VOW site. So on the front page, there's information that's available already, and this is through the broker blog. On the left-hand side here, you can see that there's been people that are actively engaged in the blog. And the blog is all about posting a question to get it answered. And to access it, you can actually use the top menu here. And you'll see here that there is a create new blog post. What you can do is you can click on that, and then you are able to have your question go out to all the network of brokers. So you can see here, Chong asks, hi, a friend is looking for the best rate to build a house, taking down the existing old house and rebuild. He mentioned that he can get 3.5%. Just wondering, are there any lenders that can match this rate or better? So if I then click on read more, you're going to see some answers. So someone said 3.5% cute, so I don't think that they think that that's available. And then you could see some other people that have responded as well. So Chong's relatively new and obviously decided to post this, but the next one here is actually posted by Matt Clayton. Now Matt Clayton is a very experienced broker, but still obviously sees value in posting, and obviously goes to show that, you know, you can be in this industry for quite some time and you still might not know all the information. You know, you'll never know it all. There's avenues that you can actually take, like this one, so that we can get those answers for you as well. So back on the home page, running down the centre is the Facebook feed. So that's again something that you should jump onto Facebook and like, and you'll be able to have access to that as well. As you can see here, 1.6 thousand likes, so that's obviously been up and running for a while. And the latest news here is that that Nadia was our first graduate of the mentoring program. Okay, on the right hand side we've got access to the Symmetry CRM page that has a that has training videos. So things like the ePass, uploading compliance documents and using the briefcase, my activities, converting a lead to a loan, the standalone tools, which is under the tools menu. There's a manual, there's a knowledge base, uploading a document to the briefcase, how to lodge your first loan, and there's a webinar recording as well. Underneath that, there's just some couple of page PDFs that you can quickly have a look at. So the first one is it's a one-page support guide, and then there's a create a customer. And then following that, there's also just some information on Apply Online and how to find the videos in Apply Online that will assist you when you're needing to potentially upload documents into Apply Online, depending on the lender as well. Okay, there's a bunch of resources that are available for you, so accreditation and ID codes of our search, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Credit mediation, business planning documents, extra revenue with our calculator, industry links, legal and compliance, which is where you find your compliance and legal forms, marketing information, our software, trail books, there's the staff intranet, updates, social golf day, and the staff blog. Events, so you've got some events information there as well. Business partners, so that's actually where you can do a lot of cross-selling and find out information on all the different avenues that are available for you within VOW. Commissions, just some information and how to get in touch, and then obviously just a contact as well. So back on the front page, I just wanted to show you there's a really handy feature that's on the VOW site called Search. So if I click on Search, when that loads up, you're going to see that it's actually in the address bar powered by Brokerpedia. So what this is like a Google of mortgage broking, if you like. So the good thing with this is you actually just start typing, and as you can see there, as I started to type, it's going to search its own database and look at some of the more common inquiries that have been asked of it before. So one of the things is some lenders may not may not finance a studio apartment if it's under a particular square meterage. And as you can see there, that inquiry has been done depending on the scenario. So one's under 50 or under 40, etc. So if I then click on, say, under 50 square meters, what it's going to do now is it does a search, and it's going to bring back all the matches that's in its database that fit that description. So as you can see here, in my results, the selected results are displayed. Most lenders obviously have a policy on it, so what you can do is you can then just scroll through, say this one, so greater than 40 square meters and less than 50 square meters. When I click on that, it's actually going to have a little summary of where that information is reflected, and then below that you've actually got the PDF of the bank, and that is a link that you can click on, and that's going to be the whole document of that particular subject. The other information you've got, you can access via the top menus here. So you've got rates, and this will give you a nice, easy to look at summary of the rates at the moment across different lenders and across different types of rates. So standard, variable, line of credit, and then the fixed rates at the end there. The other thing you've got here is calculators. So by clicking on calculators, you get a whole bunch of calculators that are loaded under here. So stamp duty, split loans, loan repayments, income tax, and all the ones listed under here as well. Discharges, so you've got information on all the different lenders and their policy on discharges. Any updates, so you can just check out the latest updates that have been done into the system. So as you can see there was an update that's just done today on Heritage Bank, their WA operations restructure. Okay. Beneath that, you've got information on VAL home loans, and then you've also got information on all the different areas in VAL as well. Okay. So what we might do is look at the VAL Loan Protect. So if anyone isn't yet credited with VAL Loan Protect, you are able to send an email to ben.preen@ybr.com.au, and what you're able to do is get accredited with VAL Loan Protect. I'm hoping you all are, because pretty much it's mandatory, so if you're not, just let me know. We'll get you signed up quickly. Basically, VAL Loan Protect is an offer that you guys can make when you're interviewing your clients. Sorry, there's just a high-pitched sound. So what you need to do is, as you're going through the fact find, it must be signed off by the customer either accepting or declining VAL Loan Protect. So on the fact find, on page 11, okay, so this is where you are able to ask your client about loan protection, what loan protection they have in place, whether they do or don't or have thought about it. I guess you, at the time of giving them the quote for the loan, is the perfect time when you should be discussing this. Obviously, just planting the seed to say to them, have they thought what might happen in the event of trauma or injury or death? And what you can do, or so you must do, is you actually need to then get the customer to sign it to say whether they've want to do it or don't want to do it. And it's really important, and that's going to cover your business in the event that anything goes wrong with your client and they get in touch and try to come after you. So often in these cases, when something happens, people will approach their solicitors or lawyers, and one of their first questions, or one of the ways that they're exploring to see whether they've got any legal case, is to come after brokers if they've been doing business with them. So that's a great way to get you covered off, and once you do that, it's really easy to use to do it in the system as well. So once this loads up, what you need to do is you just need to, sorry, that high-pitched screaming was coming in. So once that loads up, what you need to do is you need to go to the ePass, and once you go to the ePass, that will load up all the different apps that are available, and one of them being our Loan Protect. Click on that, and then what you need to do is you then need to make sure that your customer has a little green tick here. If it doesn't and it has a red X, you can mouse over that and it will let you know what's missing. So generally they need things like date of birth, and they need contact details, etc. Next up, it's going to ask you whether the customer is a smoker or not. You need to update that, and then once you do that, you need to select the loan. So if I click on select, it's going to then allow me to select if there's more than one loan on the account, which the loan is, and then all I do is click on Protect Now, and that's going to open up VAL Loan Protect for you. As you can see, it opens up a different screen, and you're able then to go ahead with that particular quote. Okay, so it's really easy to do. It's built into the system. It is part of your process. You need to get it signed off, and you'll actually get a little commission for doing this as well. So it's a win all around for you guys. Let me know if you're not yet accredited, and we will make sure that you get accredited. Okay, is there any questions on any of that sort of stuff that we covered off? If you do, just start typing into the questions area on the control panel, and what we'll do is we'll wind it up there, and what we'll do is continue on again. I'm going to, as I said, create a bit of a series of these, and have them recorded and have them available for you guys as well, so that you can access them in the future. So let's see if there's any questions. Okay, doesn't seem like there's any questions, so all good. Hope you have a great day on Monday, and I will make this available for anyone that wants it. Okay. I do have a question. So how can I build my website with required tools and calculators? So Vishnu, what industry body are you a member of, the FBAA or the MFAA? FBAA. Okay. I know the MFAA has calculators through their site. Not sure about the FBAA, so let's see if we might have a look. Okay, FBA launches free calculators for members. Okay, so great, Vishnu, here you go. So there's no charge to use the calculators from the FBAA website. Members also have the option to embed them onto their own websites. So what we can do is we can explore that if you want the next time we catch up, or else obviously give it a go yourself. But what happens is they should be able to provide you with the code that you'll need to build into your website that will allow those calculators to be displayed. All right. So it doesn't look like there's any more questions. So have a good day. See you all.